Another Workshop Wednesday. I am your Royal 2IC, and we have a fun one tonight, which it's always fun. It's just all of us getting here, hanging out, and having a good time. So let's go ahead and jump in the chat, which I was joining you guys in the chat. Looks like Off-Grid Master was first. Thank you for being here and for modding. And let me turn off the notifications on that one because that's going to be annoying if I don't turn it off. So we got STP. Welcome. We got Texas Raider. Good evening, my friend. Of course, I'm in the chat too. And we got Lincoln. Welcome, Lincoln. Good to see you. Good to see you. Susan's here. Welcome, Susan. Man, can you talk more about your latest ugly truth? Yes, yes, we absolutely can. We run down through and see, did I catch up with everything? We got some 5x5s coming in as well as the 308 by 308. I appreciate it. Marissa +1. Hello, Marissa. And Nana from 9 Acres. Hello. Yes, I need to wear my name tag of hello, I am Jeff. which this shirt actually came in from Off-Grid Master. They sent me this shirt of catching deers. So they went on a little trip, stopped off, and grabbed me a shirt and sent it to me. So thank you, Off-Grid Master, for that. So that was a good times there. So did you guys, one, see of all the interviews that we did? We talked to, let's see, first one was Scorpion Metals, where if you guys did not get that, where I got my awesome 3D printed egg with my dragon there. That was a good one. If you guys did not see that, I would encourage you to go check that one out. And then next we went over, which Leonard Mountain Homestead, welcome. And then we had Radio Made Easy, also a very good one. And then did anybody catch the Goldbacks, where we talked to Defy the Grid, where they gave us a special where you could get the Goldback wallet? And I took advantage. I don't know if any of you guys took advantage, but I picked me up some Goldbacks and whatnot. Seemed like a really good deal, which if you guys did miss those, in every video I'm going to start putting the link. You can go to Radio Made Easy, sorry, flip that around, Radio Made Easy or Defy the Grid, use the coupon code RURAL, and you will get some sort of a discount. I know at Defy the Grid, I believe you get like 1% off. So, and Grumpy's in the house. Hello, Grumpy. Thank you for stopping by and joining. Man, look at everybody. Oh, and JS Genesis Designs. Shalom, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. I saw you in Bear's Coffee Time with Bear this morning. So great to have all of you joining with us. And we have some fun things. I'm going to need your guys' help on a few things to kind of come in and get a little, we got a few things coming up. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Heaven's Fire just dropping in to say a quick hello. Oh no, Grandpa back in the hospital. Prayers for you. 92, man, 92 and still strong. So prayers going out to Grandpa. Heaven's Fire. Man. And I tell you what, let's go back to, who was it? Was it, I think it was Susan. Yes, so I tell you what, I kicked that idea around of doing the ugly truths about SHTF. I didn't know quite how everybody would take it, and I kicked that idea around for a few weeks. Started making a video, deleted it, made another video, all that. Oh, his name's Clarence. Prayers for Clarence. Yeah, we will be thinking about Grandpa Clarence. You tell him that we all are praying for him. So, but yeah, I kicked that idea around, and I finally was like, you know what, we're just going to try it out. We'll test it. We'll put one video out and we'll see. And everybody seems to like it. I really don't have that many people. I think I have one here and there or whatever, but you always have that. And we can definitely talk about that. If you guys have questions, this is for anybody who is new and just joining us. This is a 1 hour live Q&A. Anything goes as long as you are not a jerk. Just be respectful to each other. You can have adult conversation, disagree, agree, all that fun stuff, but just don't be a jerk, okay? It's pretty much the same as about everywhere you're going to go. Pretty much no topics off limit. You can ask me anything. It can be prepping related, non-prepping related, anything that you have that you want to talk about, even if it's just a topic and it's not necessarily a question. We can go there. I have been learning a lot, actually. The inch bag that I did, that was actually a last minute sort of thing. I actually just had my inch bag here. I was making a video. I hit end. I was done with it. I glanced down. I saw it and I was like, oh man, I want to get something. And so I picked it up and I just off the top of my head started talking about the inch bag. And then I put out that 45-second short, and within 24 hours, that thing had like 1,200 views. So wow. Yes. Any mods, if you guys want to drop anybody's channel, please do so. Let's see, Rural, what size t-shirt do you wear? As Amy from Leonard Mountain Homestead knows, I wear a 2X fat, I believe is what that says back there. Yeah, I think it's a 2X. Rural is not a little guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, so okay, so we got a decent amount of people in here. Maybe we'll talk about it at the end as well. But STP and I, so for everybody that is Southern Tier Prepper, we are working on a giveaway, and we are going to be doing a seed giveaway. And so what that will entail is she's providing me a package which should be in the mail tomorrow or Friday. I have some other things that I'm going to be adding to it. And then we're kind of collaborating on how we're going to do the actual giveaway. So if you guys have any sort of recommendations, do you want to do a trivia, or how do you want to do a giveaway where the prize package will be seed and seed related? So precious metals giveaway. I'm not right now. The rural report is not rich enough to do a precious metals giveaway. I do have something precious metals related that I'm planning on later this year. I've got a bunch of different things. I'm starting to get really hit up with affiliates, people wanting to do various things. Gold back giveaway. You know what? I mean, the way that Defy the Grid and I are working really well together, we might be able to do a gold back giveaway coming up. Maybe that'll be like Christmas or a real big one. Maybe something like when the channel becomes fully monetized and things like that. Thank you for the super sticker, Off Grid Master. But yeah, if you guys have anything on how to give it away, like what can we do as a game, and anything along those lines, which however we do it. So let's just pretend that it's going to be a trivia night. If that's what we choose, we will do a live STP and me. Okay, we're going to do a live combined, and this might be STP's reveal, where everybody gets to see what STP looks like. So we're still hammering out details, but it'll be a lot of fun either way. But spin the wheel for those that lag. Okay, maybe we can do a couple of things. I want to make it to where it's fair for everybody. I know not everybody can type fast. I know not everybody can or has the same internet speed and things. So I really do want to figure out a way that is fair for everybody. And then even then, I was doing a precious metals. I got invited to it. It was a gold and silver auction, and they were doing giveaways throughout. And it was a trivia. They asked a question. I answered it correctly, and nobody could see my answer. I literally screenshot it and sent it to the person that was running it, going, "Hey, and they were like, here's a screenshot of ours. Your response never came up. So I want it to be fair. So we will figure out something. I don't know if we'll do some sort of like trivia for one, a spin the wheel of another. If we just spin the wheel completely, we're still trying to hammer that out. But yeah, that's a good idea. So we might just do a spin the wheel style. Okay, so what do we got in here today? We got 11, 12, something like that. Excellent. All right, so you guys ask me whatever you want. Anything pretty much goes. Pick a topic, pick a question, pick whatever. Prepping related, doesn't matter. You can ask me personal questions. You can ask me how my day was, what my favorite color is, what I'm growing this year, anything along those lines, and we'll go for it. Hit the thumbs up button. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yes, a certain number or lettered envelope. Okay, we could probably do something like that. Guess the number. That would be fair. Did everyone take advantage of the Defy the Grid promo? I certainly hope so. I know a few of you did. I did get some of you reach out and say that you saw the interview and you thought it was really well, and that you did take advantage of the promo. I know these Goldback wallets they're $25 normally, and they gave us a promo to get them for $15. So that was a really good deal. Plus, I mean, that's just a really, really nice wallet. As well as I even went through and picked up, I don't know how well that's going to show, my E Pluribus Unum. Had to pick a couple things up just because. Let's see. Guess the number of seed packets in a bowl. Very good one, STP. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, Scorpion Metals, we were just talking about you. I was just showing off the egg. So welcome, my brother. And speaking of the one, I actually had a kind of a big company see one of the interviews and sent me an email asking if they can basically cut some clips and things and use it for promotional. So that's exciting. There was also another company, I'm not going to mention them by name. They reached out to me asking me if I would do some promotional things. They would send me some stuff and all that. And I basically told them, okay, as long as I can be honest, I want it in writing. Can I be honest about the product? And I said, I'll even be fair. If you send me this pen and I think it's junk, I will tell you it and I won't post a video, moving on. And they apparently did not like that idea. They wanted me to tell them that everything that they sell is the greatest thing under the sun. And I told them, no, thank you. I am not interested. So we're staying away from that one. Look at everybody. Faith, Miss AKA Grumpy, you need to put out more content, and I'm expecting a Grumpy t-shirt. I will rock a Grumpy t-shirt for everybody. So you need to work on that, young lady. Next thing, where are we at? Okay, we're about 15. Yeah, keep your integrity. I definitely will. And actually, Amy, I was just watching her live over on Facebook, and I agree with everything she said. I would 10 times over rather have 20, 30, 40 of you guys interact and you want the content. You come here for the good reason, the fellowship, friendship, everything like that. You want to learn, and I'd rather have that over having 50,000 followers who, don't come in and participate. So, a big video coming up. Interesting. Okay, well, fingers crossed. I'm going to watch it. Have you heard of the cyber attack that is supposed to be coming from China and the infrastructure? I'm going somewhere this weekend. Interesting. Do we get hints on where you're going, Grumpy? Off-Grid Master, yes. So the cyber attack, actually, STP and I were emailing about that. Reading all the articles, and you guys let me know if you guys read any of those articles or even if you know what we're talking about. So the FBI came out and said that they stopped this major cyber attack that China was doing. China infiltrated the system, and the FBI apparently went in, got warrants, and took care of the problem without anybody even knowing. So even if it was my um, computer or whatever the system was, they got warrants and went in backwards and took care of the problem and got out. And the owner of that property never even knew. The thing that I find weird about that whole thing is that the U.S. National Cybersecurity, the NSA, things like that, they weren't involved at all. Um, let me put my tinfoil hat on. I just found it very, very weird. You guys tell me what you think. She will be off the homestead. Oh no! Look at is Grumpy allowed off the homestead? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely looking into that. That's kind of a semi-breaking story. That news isn't that old, so I'm still waiting on a lot more things to come out about it. But yeah, I saw it. It was definitely a little weird. It's got my attention. Things just don't, you know, uh, yeah, something about it. Which, by the way, normally I have a mug and all that. Mrs. Rural is really into Wonder Woman, so I actually stole her Wonder Woman cup. So thank you, Mrs. Rural. Uh, let's see. They're going to go after the water systems and the electrical grid. Yes, Susan, I'm going to have to say that. Yeah, and you got to think about it too. The way that people are crazy about a bunch of things. If you go after the water system, there is so many people that don't know what to do or have water stored. We have grown up generation after generation that you turn a tap and water just magically comes out and it's clean, it's safe. Okay, I know, clean and safe, then it's all good. That's just how water comes. They wouldn't know that if all of a sudden you turn that tap on and there was no more water. Uh, I mean that affects everything. That's not just your house. That affects the food system. That affects different things like restaurants. All sorts of things. So going after the water system is a really really bad thing. And it might catch people off guard enough that you're moving a bunch of people around trying to figure out what happened with the water. That will give you time and cover to go through the electrical grid. So, yeah, scary times, huh? Let's see. Yeah, at least have a couple of life straws lying around the house. Yes. Yeah. Make sure it is a good life straw. Um, some sort of Berkey filter, or I mean, there's different ones out there. Um, this is one of those ones that you get what you pay for. I would not go on to wish.com and buy 10 for $1. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and it's probably better than nothing. Maybe, I don't know. Um, but it always kind of gets me on some of the I know everybody's budget's a little different, but it gets me on the cheaper items that you have, say, I don't know, like a mini Sawyer is $15, and then somebody will rather go and spend $9 off some name brand that nobody knows anything about, and they wouldn't spend that extra $5 to get something that's reputable. So, if you can, buy a reputable water. Even if nothing happens, this is again a really, really great training exercise. What would you do? The weekend's coming up. It's a great time to kind of war game it out. If you had to go all weekend and you didn't have any water, how are you going to cook? How are you going to wash dishes, wash clothes? How are you going to take a bath, a shower, brush your teeth, flush the toilet, things like that? Save money now and pay for it later. Yeah, yes, yeah. That's a very good one there. Get a tinfoil hat and your lives and do tinfoil hat segment. If you guys watch, and this was a while back, a couple months back, I did the interview with local prepper, and I don't know if you guys saw his really big, intricate tinfoil hat. I don't know if I could ever top that one, but that's a good one. I might just have to do a tinfoil hat segment. So Excellent. Susan, I live in hurricane country. We always have multiple sources of water and multiple ways to purify it. Excellent, excellent. Which would be a very good thing. So for everybody in here, what would be your go-to? How would you filter water? Do you already own a filter? Do you have something that is personalized? Do you have a big countertop Berkey? Um, do you plan on doing a homemade? Are you going to boil? Are you going to use bleach? How would you guys do something to get water and purify to make it drinkable? My mom's going to be lonely for her only child is going to be gone this weekend. Oh, you better document the whole thing, Grumpy. I want to know what the whole weekend is going to be. So while you guys furiously type out and then I get to see all of your answers, I have another question for you, and we'll see who is watching and paying attention. So the merchandise site that I use sent out an email to a few people, and they basically announced that they're kind of like picking and choosing from what I read. But starting here soon, here in the next 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks ish, somewhere in that time, they are going to start providing coffee. So I am on the waiting list. I am starting to do a little bit of the stuff. And so here soon, we are going to have official Rural Report coffee. What do you guys think of any names? What should we do? What would be a good Rural Report coffee name? There we go. Now we got some rolling in. So what do we got? We have a big Berkey bleach, water purification tablets, as well as 2 wells. Excellent. Excellent. Made my own 25-gallon or 2 5-gallon buckets. Food grade with 2 filters are similar to the Berkey. Excellent. We don't have water right. We were broke to the well. Hubby and friend are fixing it tomorrow. Well, prayers. I hope you guys get it fixed. I didn't get that. That opens up all of prepping. If you stay home under martial law, do you have what you need? Yes. Yes. Very good point there. Lincoln, have sand and or activated charcoal on hand is good. Yes, it is. Yes. Burl's tinfoil hat blend. Yes. Yes. All right. So let's see. Yes. So that brings that up there. If we go with JS Genesis there, if catastrophe goes, we all saw what was happening, and they had the drone strike, and let's say that the resident in the house that is white, Rural's bearded coffee. I like that one. That's actually kind of good. Um, let's say that they go ahead and they do this to Iran, and Iran starts to strike back, and then there's all sorts of China involved, and North Korea, and I don't know, let's say Mongolia wants to do something too. I'm just throwing people out there. Um, let's say that they did martial law. Do you have what you need? And let's say what it is. Let's say it happens this weekend. Um, no notice, no warning, no nothing. You get off work. It's 5 o'clock. You're on your way home. You pull into the driveway. You start dinner, and all of a sudden your cell phone goes off and says, "Hey, X, Y, and Z happened. You are not permitted to leave your home." You know, can you raise your hand and say, "I don't care"? The bearded blend. The only thing is, though, is I like it. I really do like it. But would women buy it? Yeah, with you got Amy and you got Southern Tier and all that. Would you actually say, as you sip on and somebody goes, "Hey, that smells really good," or whatnot? What are you drinking there? Would you be willing to say, "I'm drinking some bearded blend"? I need to get some more pizza seeds. Yeah, we all need pizza seeds. Could we survive? Yes. Are there still things like to have before it happens? Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, STP. I can't yet. I'm still fighting with multiple solar companies. Yeah, I think we all are. Yes, yes. Look at all the yeses. I'm proud of you guys. Yes. What I want. I want to see most of you say yes. They want to go with their plan and not your plan. Yeah, I see that a lot. I will buy any good coffee. And the thing is there is so many really, really good coffees out there. Um, and I'm still waiting to see. They're emailing back and forth. I imagine they're going to have a dark roast, a light roast, and a caffeine free, or what do you call it? Decaffeinated. Sorry, that slipped my mind. Um, so we will see what they are, and more than likely, I'm going to buy a bag of each. Well, maybe not decaf, but I'll buy a bag of each and try it out because I don't want to slap something on there and lead you guys down the path of, hey, buy this coffee and it tastes like junk. So I'd be watching for stray hairs floating in it. Normally I don't have that problem, but yes. I'm going with yes, but never have enough. Amen. Amen. That's a very good point, and I think that's true for most of us. The street logic apply. If your neighbor has a cow, yes, it probably does. Decaf is just dirty water. Again, agree. Although I know it would be mighty tasty. Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, you've got Country Roast or Country Boy Coffee. You got Holler Roast. You've got a bunch of friends make or put out coffee, and so I don't want to steal anybody's thunder upon that. But if I get the chance of being able to slap the logo on something that is tasty and is for a good cause, then I don't mind doing so. So fingers crossed it comes out soon and it tastes really good, and then I will share that. I did a pantry inventory this month. I was able to identify. Good deal. Be right back, hopefully. Well, I hope so too. I'd hate to see. That almost doesn't sound good. Yeah, we were actually going to do a pantry, which is what I'm sitting in right now. We were going to do a pantry kind of overview, and we just didn't get to it last weekend. Hopefully, we're getting it to it this weekend, which, again, if I move my stuff over, you can see the paper towels and toilet papers and all sorts of stuff behind me. So I am definitely 100% sitting inside of my pantry. Light roast, supply shortage, medium roast, pandemic, blend, dark roast, SHTF. Oh, I like that. The dark roast is the Rural Report SHTF blend. Ooh, that might be a really good one. That might be a really good one. Decaf equals zombie blend because you're pretty much, if you're drinking decaf. Yeah, maybe that's a good one. Maybe I'm gonna put that one down too. I really like that one. You guys never cease to amaze me on your creativity. Ooh, you know what? Maybe we'll do dark roast as the SHTF blend. We'll do the light roast as a zombie blend because it's just enough to kind of keep you moving. And then as a light roast, we'll call it the grumpy blend because you're still grumpy because it doesn't do anything. Marketing degree finally doing some good. Just for reference, we can see your silver location. No, you cannot see where I keep my silver. You cannot. No. You can see where I keep this because this just came in the mail. But as soon as I get off tonight's show, my gold backs and silver will go with its friends and they will live happily ever after. I like the grumpy blend. The only thing is, Grumpy, is do you even drink coffee? Okay, I don't know if I can name a coffee after Grumpy if Grumpy doesn't drink coffee. So we'll see. But I do like that though. Yes, she does. Okay, okay. Well, then Grumpy might win. We might do Grumpy as the decaf. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, that'd be great. That would be great. All right, all right. So, what else do we have to talk about? We have. Oh, we're only halfway through. Man, time flies. Okay, what topic? What do you guys want to talk about? While you guys are furiously typing, uh, I need to do more bags. Apparently, there is a ton of people that seem to be interested in bags, so I'm probably going to be redoing some of the bags. Um, we will see how that goes. Bags are difficult to make because you have to have so much supplies, the camera angle, lighting, to be able to do things. A lot of times they run long, and you know, unless you're really really interested, it's hard to sit through, you know, an hour plus video. So I don't know. Ooh, the roll roast, excellent. How did I get here? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how you got here. Talked about making list of seeds I wanted to grow, and then I talked about canning. Yep, yep. So my merch, I need help with a logo to do or some ideas is the only thing stopping me. Hey, I already sent you my design, okay? So that was completely free of charge from me to you. I sent you a design, which if anybody is out there, because I helped STP, I helped some other ones, and yeah, if anybody needs help with any of that stuff, if you're thinking about starting up a channel, any of that, let me know, and I will do what I can to try and help you with absolutely anything. Um, yeah, I am here to assist. Did you see the video on the gas line explosion in Oklahoma? I did. I'm not entirely sure. Any See, I saw that one, and that was right about the time. And correct me if I'm wrong. Um, about yes, right there with Off Grid Master, the chicken farm one. STP really did a really good layout on that on um, Facebook, and kind of went down that rabbit hole. I thought about kind of sharing that live, but or at least making a video on it. But that's a rabbit hole that's probably personal, and that's why I don't usually go down rabbit holes on videos. I will introduce the topic, and if that's an interest for you, then usually I let everybody kind of stumble their way in. But the chicken one, the chicken farms got me on that. The people that own it, the way that everything's going, it's really really odd. And I also had somebody, they went through and they actually made a like infographic that went through and showed, since I think they went back to 2020, and showed all the food related places that had some sort of incident, whether it was an explosion, a fire, a plane going into it, whatever. And it was remarkable because when you took that like 20,000-foot view, you couldn't see the United States at all. They had to start zooming in before you started seeing outlines of different places. So yeah, it was quite interesting. Yeah. Oh, all right. So, but yeah, I'm definitely looking into it. Um, and I'll share this with you guys because usually everybody that comes to the lives are the people that really want to be here. Um, I actually had somebody come in, or not come in. They sent me a message and told me that they were really disappointed that I was not doing my daily reports daily every single day. Uh, and I don't get triggered, and I really wasn't triggered on it, but it was just one of them ones like, you know, I'm not monetized really. Yeah, I get a dollar here, a dollar there, which pretty much all of that we've been saving up. We did our donation to Caleb House, things like that. But I got a full time job. I've got a house to look after. I've got a 4-year-old. Like, I've got a few things going on at the moment. So, every once in a while when I can't do it that day, I try. So, uh, but I think we're doing all right. I think we're getting there. It's almost Friday. Yeah, Friday seems to be when everything weird happens. And STP, it's all planned. I fully agree. You're not going to get an argument out of me on that one. Susan, he who controls the food controls the people. That's absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Texas. Amen. Amen to that. Yeah, that's the thing. You're not going to get an argument out of me on all that. Um, what was the one I actually was reading about? Um, the way that people don't understand. So if you are not awake, we all know what that term is. Um, it's kind of like that. What was it, like the Truman Show? Everybody just accepted it because they were all in on it, and it wasn't until you were fully, when Truman awoke to realize what the world was, that all of a sudden, you can't go back. Or like the Matrix, I should say. Once you've been shown the truth, uh, it's all numbers from there. You don't see what everybody else sees. Let's see. Yep, you do you. Yep, yeah, and that's the big thing. Um, it's kind of like stages of Noah's Ark. You're building the ark right now. All the warning signs is there. Whether the rain starts in 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 weeks, 5 years, whatever, the rains are coming. And while you're building your ark, and your pantry, your preps, and everything, while you're in that process, you start telling people, hey, that flood's coming, man. You got to do something, and it's up to them. You help as many as you can along the way, but at some point in time, you got to close up the doors and protect yourself. So maybe do a weekly recap. Ooh, that's interesting. A rural recap. I like that. That's very good. Man, Susan's on the ball. 5 points to Susan. Maybe we can do that, like a Sunday recap. I like that. Okay. Let's see. So, do you have a schedule that you put out for the ones you're doing an interview with? I sometimes have to watch the replay. No, for the most part, Amy. A lot of them, and I'm still in talks with quite a few right now. But with most people, it's hard to get the schedules to line up, and so we'll pick out 2 or 3 days. And it was kind of like with Defy the Grid, especially with like Scorpion Metals. We went through and we had dates down, and then something would come up, and something would come up, and so that's why I don't really do it. Um, and it's life, it is what it is, and that's why I try and put the things out there so you can catch it on the replay. So I expected the strikes to come. Yeah. I think if anything's going to happen, then yeah, it's going to be probably this weekend. Um, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Keep in mind too that there's a bunch of things going on. Europe's having a banking crisis. We went through and looked at a bunch of different things that was going on here in the United States, and so there's an awful lot going on. It's hard to keep track of everything, uh, but it's just one of those. Let's see, and YouTube does not send out notifications. Yeah, yeah. YouTube is really clamping down on me. I think unofficially, I am 100 hours away from being monetized. I'm sorry, officially, I'm 100 hours away from being monetized. Unofficially, I'm 350 hours over, and it will not update. So YouTube's not liking me for whatever reason right now. Yeah, I'm with you. Heard tons reference on February 2nd or 3rd. Yep, that's right, Lincoln. And it's the same thing too. I know there's a bunch of people out there, and I'm one too, that I don't particularly like dates, but we turned it around and use it for good. So anytime that you see a date, use it to your advantage. You know, war game it out. If it happens, then you're already planning for it to happen. If it didn't happen, now you have experience. Now you got a little bit of preps, you know, headed towards that. That if that event actually happened, you know, you were geared up for it. That if it did happen, you know, you knew about it, you were prepping for it, you were expecting it to happen. If nothing happened, cool. You know, you just smile and move on. Wait for the next one. So yeah, I don't get a lot of notifications. So going to get all my solar lights and solar banks charged up for Friday just in case. That's a very good thing right there. It's one of those things that people get all crazy and different things. Oh, it's a date. Nothing ever happens. Well, I mean, like right there, what Susan was saying. I'm going to charge up my stuff. What does that cost you? You know, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, to walk around the house and make sure everything's charged up. I mean, it's free. It costs you, you know, a little bit of time, and if something happens, you're better prepared for it. Yeah, I treat every grocery run like it's my last within budget. Good way to put that on there. Um, and actually, funny personal story is I've always been instilled in me, and I think it's just the prepper in me, is that anything that can happen at any time. Can the aliens come down right now? Yes. Can somebody kick in my front door right now? Yes. Can lightning strike? Can, you know, whatever it is can happen right this second. And so for years, I'm talking 15 plus, going on probably 20 years, I eat really, really quickly. So much so that when Mrs. Earl and I will go somewhere to eat, usually I'm done with everything before she's done with her salad, and I'm usually sitting there, you know, I'm done, I'm ready. I don't want to be 2 bites into my meal and something happen, and then, you know, and it's just me. I'm not saying do it. Yeah. So how do you store your seeds that you haven't planted? It's a good question. The best thing to do, I don't have any. Oh, I just took them out the other weekend, or I could show you. I have Mylar seed bags. I have some that you seal and some that are resealable. I keep my seeds in there. Um, as long as you keep them in a cool, uh, dark place, keep them moisture free, to where you know, moisture is going to want to activate them. Um, but yeah, I mean, most of mine I keep in, well, I keep them in various spots actually. I got some that I put up. I've got an actual like little like an ammo can, and those are my emergency ones. So those stay put up about every 3 years. I will go through and rotate some of them out because seeds can expire. You probably are not going to have good luck with a tomato seed that's 10 years old. So you'd probably want to, you know, rotate them in through and all that. So, oh, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here, Jeff. It was nice chatting. Good night, Miss Grumpy. It was good. Can I submit a COD order from your stockpile? No, you cannot. But yeah, you can look into it. And we'll as we get closer to like the seed giveaway and different things like that, I'm sure I and STP will be doing videos on seeds and different things like that. So that's a good one. I'll write that down. So different things of like seed storage, looking up things with like what grow area, what zone you're in, different things like that. It's getting ready here in the next couple of weeks that it's going to become spring. People are starting to want to get outside and start planting. And then you start getting the things you want to start your garden inside, or do you wait and just plant it all outside? Do you want to grow certain things permanently inside? Do you want to do, uh, you know, like a hydroponics and different things like that? So, yeah, we can go through that. For seeds, I've saved from food. I like pill bottles. That's a very good one. Very good one. I know a bunch of people that do that. I use pill bottles too. Yep, it's a very good one. It's a really good way to upcycle. Plus, if you guys have seen the little like do-it-yourself ones, I see a lot of people that they'll take the lid and run a screw through the lid and then put them up underneath shelves or whatnot. So that way you just twist and the seed or the bottle comes down. You can do what you want, put it up there, twist, and it stays. It's kind of like a storage sort of thing. Plus, as long as you turn it and it does that little clicky thing or whatever where it's locked, it's not going to fall. You can shake everything as long as it's clicked and everything. Um, the pill bottles are plastic, so you're not going to have anything break. Nothing's going to spill over. It's completely sealed. So yeah, pill bottles are a very, very good one. That's a really good advice and way to upcycle. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, yes. And which, Amy, since you're starting out on this, I want to see content as you move along, because one of my absolute favorite things to do when I turn on to different people is I really don't like the people that want to jump on and pretend like they know everything. I really enjoy the people that take you on the journey. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is where I got some info. I'm going to go in and do it this way and this way, and we'll just see if it works. And a lot of times, your first time you fail, and it's okay. And they will sit there and figure it out. Okay, this is why I failed. I overwatered, or I did this wrong or that. And they start planning for next year, and I get behind them. I'm excited. I want to see them succeed. So yes, used to do that with baby food jars. Yeah, that was very, very common. I saw a bunch of people do that with. Usually, the guys would use the baby food jars for bolts and nuts and things like that, washers. My hubby uses that out in the garage. Yeah, yeah, that was a popular one. Good, good. I want to see that, Amy. Oh, I definitely want to see. Yeah, the little jars were awesome. Absolutely, they were. Absolutely. Which what else do we have? I know that Mrs. Rural is talking about doing some different recipes. So I think she was going to do like a little series on bread. So how to do bread homemade, and then how to do bread with the least amount of effort and ingredients, if you will, and then how to liven things up. So you're in the middle of SHTF. Um, you know, Here's the bread recipe. Everybody knows how to make it. What do we have around here that we can get creative and spice it up a little bit? And then different things too, like we've got these types of ingredients. What can we do with it? She was just doing that. She found, and I don't even know where it came from, but it was one of them kind of like instant pack muffin mixes. And her and Little Rural decided they wanted brownies. And somehow she figured out if she added this and did this other thing, she made some of the most delicious brownies from that. So hats off to her for that. Does anyone know if cucumbers will do fine planted and they vine up lattice? Yes, yes, they will. They absolutely will vine up lattice. You got to watch on what cucumbers you have and what is around, because if they get heavy, they will fall. And if you don't get them, if you're not checking on them a lot, you know what happens to food that falls off the vine, is no longer attached, hits the ground, and all that. It's fair game for animals. It can fall and crack open, get damaged, things like that. But A lot of your vine stuff, if you've got lattice, you can use that. I know a lot of people will grow sunflowers and let them vine up the sunflower. They'll both grow together. I'm doing a book inventory this month. Oh, that's awesome, Susan. Vine my cucumbers up a trellis. Yep, yep. We did about 3 years ago. Um, we did cucumbers and sunflower, and that worked out really well. I admit my mistake. I planted too many sunflowers, and we only got the cucumber to grow up one side. We actually planted sunflowers in the back, cucumbers up front, but the cucumbers wanted to go towards the back, and I don't think they were getting enough sun. And I think the amount of sunflowers was soaking up a lot of the water and different things. And so we actually, out of like 8 plants, we only had 2 that actually grew and vined up and produced. So, Jeff, you need to make a bean teepee for a little. Interesting. A bean teepee. Now, if you're talking about a teepee, do I still have it? He's actually got an actual teepee right here in the corner that we get out when Mrs. Rural works on the weekends, and me and him will set that up in the living room, and we'll play out of the teepee. So, if you're talking about a real teepee, he's got one of those, and he absolutely loves it. And it was a great purchase because it is an actual. It's not like a kitty teepee; it's an actual teepee. So it's one of the ones that I could, if I needed to, use that as a bug out because it's literally pull the sticks, everything stays attached, and I've got a shelter in a matter of 30 seconds. Any ideas to prevent birds from eating my cherry tomatoes? Yeah, there's a lot of different things, and there's this is going to be one of those ones. You're not going to have a cookie cutter way because it's going to depend on A, what type of bird it is, and two, every bird is different. I used to have crows that would come in. I tried this and this and this, and finally I got something that worked until I just had that one crow that absolutely just didn't care what I did. He was going to come in and eat anyway. And then there was no more crow. Uh, but yeah, it depends on it depends on the bird. Yeah, right there with STP, you can get things like bird netting. You can do different things that move, so you can do something like a scarecrow, but something to where it's not dead straight into the ground. So you don't want to just stake it to where it's like that. So you'll put things to where something will move around. Sometimes that movement spooks them. Once you spook birds usually enough, it's easier to go somewhere else. Humans, just like animals, want the path to least resistance. So after a few tries, there's a meal minutes away that they can go, for an easy snack. So usually they'll move on. You just got to try a few things. Bird netting's probably a good one. I love how everybody knows that you're Jeff. As long as everybody, you know what? And for OPSEC reasons, everybody can call me Jeff. So take bamboo sticks, put them in a circle, plant green beans at the base, grows great, and he can play inside. Oh, there you go. There you go. I like that. That would be awesome. I thought about growing bamboo so much that I looked into it, and I did not know there's literally like hundreds of different types of bamboo. You can buy like real stick skinny bamboo, slow growing bamboo, fast growing, the kind that are really, really thick. Uh, Bamboo is very interesting and useful. So that was an interesting one. I thought bamboo was bamboo and that it was going to take 5 to 10 minutes to learn what I needed and how to buy it and if I could grow it. And about 3 hours later, I was still very confused yet very fascinating. So yeah, um, and that's the thing, Texas. If you end up trying, and I would do the bird netting first. That's usually pretty cheap. I think the last time that I bought bird netting, it was huge, and I want to say it was like $10. Um, Real simple, real easy to install. You can put it up, put it down, all that. Um, and a lot of times too, when you do something like that and you discourage them for a couple of weeks, you can actually usually take it off, and the birds have kind of learned you can't go down there. You can see it, you can smell it, but you just can't get to it, and so they just move on. They'll find food somewhere else. Yeah, bamboo is super invasive. Yeah, I learned that too. Yeah, yeah. There's bamboo is a huge. It was much more than I really thought. I really did not think that I was going to go down that rabbit hole, and I didn't expect it to be a rabbit hole either. So that was definitely interesting. Oh man. So what else do we got? Where are we at? Oh, 5 minutes. Okay. So with the last 5 minutes, what else? What's our type out all the questions you've got, because we if you don't get it out now, then you've got 7 days before we come back and play again. You definitely don't plan it around your place. If you are around here by a waterway, it's very hard to keep control of. Interesting. Yeah, I know that they were saying like there's some bamboo that's just like super hard to cut. um they have all these bamboo farms and all this different stuff, and you can get bamboo that's a different density that's good for like burning and all sorts of stuff. um and I apologize, I didn't mean to go down the bamboo road, but uh here we are. Which I'm a little sad, because we're getting to that point of we're going to be planting and things, but I'm really running out of the fruit juice, and so my grapes and whatnot cannot grow fast enough. I want my grapes and different things to hurry up. Even though I will not be getting grapes this year, it's going to be at least next year before they start producing. But once they do, some grapes, some watermelon, some other things like that, and I will be making some really, really good fruit drink. So that is just super exciting. Uh, and that's the thing too. I see burnout all the time. People get in, something wakes them up. They see their friend lose a job. The neighbor's house burns down, different things like that, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Man, I need to do something to prep," and they jump in and they start doing a whole bunch of things that they know they need to do, but they don't find fun or exciting, and they just burn out really, really quick. And you don't have to do those things. If it's not fun, if it's not exciting, you're not going to stick with it. Now, yeah, there's a bunch of things that you have to do, and there's a time and a place to learn things. I don't particularly like doing medical things, but I know how. Uh, but I stick to the things that's fun, and that keeps you invigorated and keeps you wanting to do more. Um, but you really should find the things that you enjoy doing, because you'll keep doing it. We have bamboo as a barrier at the back of the property, cheaper than fencing. Interesting. Great for making furniture. Didn't know that. Thanks for another great live. Thank you for stopping by, Amy. Thanks for chatting. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Europe, I've seen an article, and they use brush as fencing, and they just keep it cut. Yeah. And that's another thing too. There's a bunch of people that ask, what do I do about privacy? What do I do about the deterrence? I mean, right there. If you can find bamboo that is right for you and you can maintain it, I mean, there you go. It might be a thing to go through and check and different things like that. Oh man, I keep seeing the little uh, people pop in. So apparently, we're becoming popular enough that we're getting trolls. So that's always fun. And I didn't have to ban or block anybody. That's why I have some of the greatest moderators, and you guys are absolutely amazing. So Again, we are we'll send out our prayers for Grandpa there and hope that everything turns out okay. Um, and then for everybody else that is here, then yeah, the trolls have been pests tonight. That means they're leaving other people alone, so they can come in here and we can take care of the problem. It's no big deal. That just means that other channels get a little bit of a break. We get our turn. It's not something that's going to chase anybody away, and plus it just makes the algorithm think that we're popular and pushes us out to other people, so that way they can come in here and have fun with us too. But that is our hour. So I appreciate you guys. I will keep you up to date on everything as we move forward. I will do my best to continue with daily stuff. There's still some more interviews coming up. We got the seed giveaway. We'll be doing a bunch of different things. So uh, yeah, fun and exciting times. It's great to be alive at the moment. I know some things seem scary, but here we are. This is the hand that we're dealt, and we're going to do the best that we can. And we're going to continue to network, fellowship, have a good time. So that is going to be the show for tonight. So I appreciate again everybody for hanging out. If you guys have a blessed night, I will see you guys tomorrow. And we're at the end. So say it with me now. Waiting for you guys to actually say it before I did. Above everything else, remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this